I'm Rodney Dunigan. We're following a number of developing stories tonight, including the urgent search for 5 teens. Investigators say they brutally beat a passenger on a city bus, and police believe this is not the first time they have turned violent. Also tonight, we're getting a new look at that vicious dog attack in Franklinton, what body camera video is now revealing about those chaotic moments.
And we're still seeing some rain across the area. A flood warning till 9 p.m. for Licking County, where over 3 inches have fallen in areas. It looks like most of this is now south of I-70, but we're going to track out the rest of tonight's rain and more rain into the week coming up in weather.
Young kids playing in the middle of a construction site. We're on your side, taking the community's demands for actions to city leaders. The steps are being taken tonight to keep kids safe. Those stories and breaking news as it happens right now on Good Evening Columbus.
Good Evening Columbus on ABC 6 starts with this breaking news alert.
And we are following breaking news at Polaris tonight. Police are investigating a shooting in the area of the Target on Polaris Parkway. We've learned that one person has died in that shooting. Isabel Hansen is there live for us. Isabel, what exactly are you seeing right now?
Right in ABC 6 News.
All right, thank you, Isabel. And tonight, Columbus police are searching for 5 teens that they say are violent and dangerous. This is a top priority for investigators. Police say this group viciously beat a passenger on a city bus for no reason. Here's a closer look at those pictures. Now, the pictures are pretty clear. This attack happened back on June 24th around Parsons and Whittier. Police say the suspect started to harass that victim and then attacked him, punching him in the body and the face. The group then jumped off of that bus and ran off. That victim was left bloodied and dazed. This is not the first time that we've seen teens attack passengers on COTA buses. A spokesman tells us they have security teams and cameras on the buses, and they also work closely with Columbus police.
Well, I think we can see from the images that one of the measures that we have are very clear cameras that when you misbehave on our buses, you're going to be caught. Those images are now going to be used by Columbus police to capture suspects and bring them to justice.
Police believe the same suspects are responsible for several recent assaults and disturbances on city buses. If you want to take a closer look at these pictures of those suspects, just head on over to the ABC 6 app. If you don't have it, you can scan the QR code right there on your screen. You can also search WSYX ABC 6 in your app store. And tonight we're learning a lot more about that violent dog attack that left 4 people hurt in Franklinton. Police body camera video shows police responding to those calls for help. Take a look.
1-6, copy.
We're here. Run the other cars in.
Copy. 9161, let me know when you're on scene.
I'm sorry. That's my guy. Get to him, look.
Now, we froze the video as an officer shoots one of those 2 dogs. That dog died. The other dog ran off but was caught a short time later. That dog is being held at the Franklin County Animal Shelter. Again, 4 people were hurt. One of those victims says that the dogs belonged to one of his friends.
Whose dogs are they?
We haven't got that far yet.
This what?
We haven't got that far yet. We pulled up and they were mauling them, so we just...
They belonged to a lady that was staying at my house.
What's that?
They belonged to a lady that was staying at my house.
They belong to a lady that was staying at your house? Okay, where's the lady now?
I don't know.
Animal Control says they have not been able to confirm who owned those dogs. They say the investigation remains active. And a violent scene overnight outside of a bar in North Linden. Investigators say that 2 people were shot. The suspect crashed his car as he tried to get away from police. This is the same bar where a person was shot and killed just last month. Kirsten Lindquist has the latest information. A sad update for you tonight. The person who was hit by lightning near Northland High School last month has died. The Franklin County coroner says they passed away on Friday. We're working to confirm that person's name. Witnesses say a group of people were out playing soccer when it started to rain and a lightning strike hit out of nowhere. Another person was also hurt. They are expected to recover. All right, turning to the forecast now. Meteorologist Jennifer Herbert tracking things for us, and those folks in Licking County have some serious concerns right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Still.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. Still to come tonight, kids playing at a city construction site. Neighbors say it's a dangerous situation, so they called ABC 6. Tonight, we're on your side with the steps the city of Columbus is taking after we investigated. And the company that will soon build weapons of war in Central Ohio, they're in need of workers. Coming up, the major grant that will help ensure thousands of new jobs. Back to that breaking news, a deadly shooting outside of the Target store at Polaris. Columbus Police Sergeant Joe Albert is speaking right now.
Get away.
Again, at this hour, Columbus Police investigating a shooting near the Target store in Polaris. The shooting did not happen on that property. The victim actually drove to that location, and that's where police found him. Unfortunately, he passed away. We will have much more on this story tonight at 11. On new tonight, the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio just issued a decision on the possibility of tariffs on your power bill. They accepted a plan from AEP and the Ohio Consumers Council to protect you from having to pay for upgrades. A competing settlement proposed by Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, and others sought to water down consumer protections. The full commission will have to make a final decision. A pretty huge investment is coming to Onderill's massive manufacturing facility near Columbus. Jobs Ohio has announced that the company has gotten a $310 million grant. That money, part of a 30-year economic development agreement. The plan is to create more than 4,000 jobs. Now, the company has to make at least $910 million in capital investments within the next 10 years to receive those funds.
More equipment and vehicles in front of the home, deep holes, and none of those were covered or fenced off.
Tonight, the city is calling a $30 million sewer line project in South Columbus an emergency. However, neighbors say the lack of safety within that construction site is now becoming a bigger problem. Tonight, On Your Side investigator Lisa Rontola is looking into that problem.
Lisa Rontola.
The construction company has yet to respond regarding the neighbors' safety concerns. If you have something that you would like us to investigate, call the number right there on your screen. It's 614-512-4993, or you can email tips@abc6onyourside.com. Good evening, I'm Rodney Dunigan. We're following a number of developing stories tonight, including fresh information in connection with a 4-year-old cold case. A 17-year-old girl shot and killed outside of the Far East Side Community Center. Tonight, we're getting the first look at the new way that police are working to identify that young woman's killer. Also tonight, more concerns from the city over Columbus water customers. They say that their bills are skyrocketing after the mandatory installation of a new water meter. Tonight, we're looking into those complaints and working to get answers.
Well, we have a break from the showers and thunderstorms this evening, but more storms are on the way. We'll look at the updated forecast to find out where and when coming up.
And 3 generations of talented swimmers are getting the chance to showcase their talent on the world stage. We're highlighting a very special family legacy. Those stories and breaking news as it happens right now on Good Evening Columbus.
Good Evening Columbus on ABC6 starts now.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Rodney Dunigan. Tonight, the number of dead and missing is rising after those devastating floods in Texas. Let's take a look at the latest developments. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says now that at least 109 people have died. 161 people are missing in Kerr County alone. A dozen are still missing from other counties. Now, the search and rescue effort continues around the clock. We're now in the 5th day of that operation. And tonight, Texas flood victims are on the minds of families right here in Central Ohio. Now, if you want to show your support, there's a donation drive happening right here. The Nash Church in Grove City and Discovery Church in Gahanna are collecting supplies and materials. They're coming together with the organization Day 41 Disaster Relief. They will take those donations to Texas in the coming days.
With Central Texas, when we found out about what was going on, the flood situation that occurred over the July 4th weekend, we were very moved to do something to help.
That it's a great time for us to show up for people in their biggest crisis and time of need, to let them know that others are praying for them, thinking of them, and want to be there in support for them during this difficult time.
And you can drop off supplies at the Nash Church and Discovery Church from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. every day through Friday. They need box fans, generators, personal hygiene products, and more. And you can find that full list on our website. Just look for this story. Our parent company, Sinclair, has come together with the Salvation Army to help those impacted by the devastating flooding across the state of Texas. 100% of those funds raised will go to the emergency assistance, including meals, water, shelter, and emotional care for those survivors. To learn more on how you can donate, simply scan the QR code right there on your screen. All right, turning to the local forecast, Chief Meteorologist Marshall McPeak tracking things for us. Thankfully, Marshall, the rain is clearing up tonight, but more is on the way.
So we've had showers.
I'm hopeful.
I mean, I have to stay optimistic, even when I don't feel it. So I'm just gonna try and just have some hope.
On New Tonight, new information in connection to a 4-year-old cold case. A 17-year-old girl shot and killed outside of the Far East Side Community Center back in 2021. Mackenzie Ridley had just graduated high school and started her own makeup and clothing line. Tonight only on ABC6, Steve Levine getting the first look at the new way that police are working to identify that young woman's killer.
ABC6 News.
We're on your side tonight with a health alert. Ticks are lurking in more places across the state of Ohio, and it's not just something you watch out for in the woods. An expert at Ohio State says Ohio is at the forefront of troubles with ticks, and it's making more people sick. Mike McCarthy has the full story. And some Ohio health hospitals to the south and east are already reporting higher than normal tick-related illnesses just this year. On New Tonight, the Whittier Street Bridge is now fully open. Mayor Andrew Ginther and other leaders gathered for a grand opening ceremony. Leaders also announced the completion of a new 10-foot wide shared path over the bridge that will help connect bikers and walkers to Scioto Autobahn Metro Park and Lower Scioto Greenway.
And as Columbus continues to grow, we must ensure we take care of and invest in our infrastructure and deliver safe and connected local transportation, whether you're walking, biking, driving, or using transit.
The $3 million project was funded by city bonds for public infrastructure, not your tax dollars. And tonight, a state appeals court ruling that Ohio cities are within their right to create bans on the sale of tobacco. This is a case that dates back nearly 3 years. This all started when Columbus created a ban which was supposed to go into effect, banning the sale of flavored tobacco within city limits. State lawmakers didn't like it and created a law banning cities from issuing their own bans on tobacco sales. Now, that's about what this lawsuit is about. The appeals court also said that the law is unconstitutional. 20 other cities joined this lawsuit, some to make sure they can issue their own bans. The state can now appeal to the state Supreme Court. Still to come tonight, water bill woes. People getting sky-high bills after the city of Columbus installed new smart meters. ABC6 investigates what's happening. Up next. And a pretty impressive family legacy. Tonight, 3 generations of talented swimmers who are about to stand on the world stage. Tonight, ABC6 is investigating high water bills in the city of Columbus. Now, we told you that the city is installing new smart meters, and some people are telling us about sky-high bills after the mandatory installation. Lisa Ronsala on your side with that story tonight. Tonight, 3 generations of talented swimmers are getting the chance to showcase their talents on the world stage. Kellyanne Stitz highlighting a family legacy that is truly one of a kind.
Continuing coverage of the heartbreaking death of a mother who was trying to save her little boy. Alexa Stakely was killed almost 1 year ago today. She died while trying to stop her car from being stolen.
Her 6-year-old son was asleep in the back seat. Now one of the suspects has pled guilty in connection with that case. Aaron Simonek was in the courtroom. Teens taking action to stop the violence in the streets and online. A new summer youth program is set to launch in just the coming days. This new anti-violence program was created by teens for teens.
Tonight only on ABC6, Steve Levine getting a first-hand look at this program created to get kids to put the guns down and instead do a good deed.
C6 News.
And tonight, a state senator who represents the city of Columbus is introducing gun safety legislation following that July 4th mass shooting in East Columbus. This all happened during a party at a short-term rental home on Wilson Avenue. 17-year-old Cameron Moore and 6 others were shot. Moore died, and the others are expected to recover. Today, State Senator Herschel Craig, a Democrat, introduced legislation that would pull back Ohio's statewide ban on local gun laws. The legislation would also enact the Suicide Self-Defense Act, allowing individuals to enroll in a program that would prevent them from possessing guns. It would also give gun owners the option to store their guns with regulated gun dealers. It would also offer an income tax break to gun owners who safely store their guns, and it would also ban the possession of bump stocks. State Senator Herschel Craig says the legislation is common sense. And by the way, the All-Star Game is next Tuesday in Hot Atlanta. Coverage starts at 7. The first pitch is just after 8, and it's all over on one of your 2 favorite stations, Fox 28. The other being ABC6, of course.
Yes, thank you.
Just saying. Today, the Columbus Clippers beat the Louisville Bats 6-4.
Tomorrow, they will be without 2 key players who are heading down to Atlanta for an opportunity to showcase their stuff on the big stage. Today now marks a week since President Trump spoke to Russian President Vladimir Putin on the phone.
And the president said that no progress actually came from that call, and he says that his patience is wearing thin. Christine Frizzell has the very latest from D.C. Efforts are well underway across the state of Texas following those devastating floods.
At least 120 people have died, 170 are missing. Our Tom Bosco is on the ground there tracking the recovery efforts. Tonight, ABC 6 is on your side after 2 shootings at that same bar in Linden in less than a month.
And tonight, the city is taking action to clean up this problem. Kirsten Lindquist looking into what's being done.
The cost of beef is the highest it's ever been in the U.S.
Information from the Federal Reserve found that the price of beef per pound hit $5.98 in May. That's the highest since the government started tracking beef prices in the 80s. Ground beef costs went up 45% over the last decade. Experts say there's many reasons for the soaring prices. Demand is outstripping supply, shrinking cattle herds, and drought conditions. And if you're looking for a break on that grocery bill, there is a new discount grocery store right here in Columbus. Grocery Outlet opened its first Central Ohio location today along Bethel Road on the north side of town. Their website says that it offers brand name items at prices up to 60% off. Around town tonight, there's a new spot for pickleball.
The city cut the ribbon on the courts at Anheuser-Busch Sports Park along. The city of Columbus is continuing to put an end to nuisance properties across Columbus and Franklin County, now teaming up to file a lawsuit against Herbert's Market.
It's a place known for criminal activity and reselling stolen items. Jeremiah Wilcox has more on the effort to address the problem.
I don't know, but it feels pretty good. I mean, I ain't got much for words, but I played the lottery a lot, never hit, but something like this here.
All right, this guy definitely has the money to buy his clothes and keep them on.
There you go.
After 50 weeks, she has been found. A Georgetown man and his wife are the winners of the Queen of Hearts jackpot, worth, get this, $1.6 million. Tickets were drawn in Ripley last night until someone guessed the right card, and that lucky number was 50.
That's so exciting for them. Ron and Sue bought $3,000 worth of tickets.
Wow.
Okay, so they got their money back and then some more. So what does he plan to do now with all that money?
I had a couple more years, but I might slack off and enjoy a little bit more.
There you go. Take some time off, Ron. He says he doesn't know why he picked 50, saying it was just a lucky day. As for that small town of Ripley here in Ohio, they hope this game will put the town of 1,500 on the map and that people will come back and play again.
I tell you what, it was definitely worth it since they won, but had they not won $3,000
down the drain,
that would have been painful.
Yeah, but your ROI on that turned out to be pretty good.
That's great.
I have something awesome. It's almost like winning the lottery. Look at this.
All right, thank you, Marshall. This weekend will mark 1 year since a would-be assassin nearly killed President Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania.
As national correspondent Matt Gelka reports, some are still looking for accountability from the Secret Service. Today, she learned her sentence, the judge avoiding more time in federal custody.
Instead, the judge ordered a year of supervised release so that she can get help for her mental illness. Rena Roy has the very latest. All right, thank you, Marshall. As you can imagine, seeing water move fast and rise can be pretty scary.
As we know, it can be life-threatening as well. 2 women in Licking County experienced it firsthand on Wednesday, and today they shared what it was like with Terry Sullivan. New tonight, Democratic lawmakers want to make serious changes to gun laws in Ohio.
It all comes after that mass shooting right here in Columbus on July 4th. Kirsten Lindquist is looking closer into that legislation. Tonight, the city is suing the Trump administration for adding Columbus to the sanctuary city's so-called hit list. Right now, the Trump administration is actively looking to withhold more than $10 million in federal funding for sanctuary cities. But as we've reported, the city of Columbus has never declared itself a sanctuary city. We reached out to Mayor Andrew Ginther this week. Take a listen.
So the Department of Homeland Security recently designated Columbus as a sanctuary city. Is Columbus a sanctuary city?
No.
And are you defying federal laws by?
No, and as you know, they've already pulled that list back, and you know, we're not a sanctuary city. They've never said we're a sanctuary city. We're a safe and welcoming city.
Columbus filed that lawsuit along with a number of other cities. In a statement, City Attorney Zach Klein said in part, while we pride ourselves on being an open and accepting city, Columbus is not a sanctuary city. We've never been one. We comply with federal law, and yet this administration is still threatening to withhold millions of dollars in funding based on nonsense. On New Tonight, the Columbus City Council held its first public hearing for a new commission aimed at protecting the LGBTQ community.
The initiative seeks to establish those are the results from some Columbus homeowners after they were forced to participate in the city's enhanced meter project.
On your side, investigator Lisa Rantala is taking a deeper dive into this project and the contractor. Lisa joins us live in studio. And Lisa, what exactly is the city telling you?